Today I'm for the one we talk about Kelvin Gastelum knocking out Michael Bisping.
For the win! He did it!
All right. So, if you don't know, everybody, Michael Bisping just got knocked the F out by Kelvin Gastelum. Now, am I the biggest Michael Bisping fan? Not really. Am I the biggest Kelvin Gastelum fan? Not really. I like them both. I really do. Both of them are super talented. Michael Bisping just lost the championship. He knocked out a lot of people. And I want you to know something about Michael Bisping.
Okay.
He's only got one freaking eye.
No shit.
Yeah. His other eye, one of his eyes has oil in it, keeping his retina on there.
What the hell?
He got head kicked. So can he see out that eye? I have no idea. But if you look up Google images of him, you can tell his eye's jacked up.
Oh, God, that's gross.
So one eye. So, yeah, I'm kind of a Michael Bisping fan. But here's why I'm so mad. Michael Bisping fought GSP.
Right.
And he fought him for the middleweight title.
Right. He was defending, right?
Yes, he was defending his championship. Now, do you remember how he lost?
Did GSP tap him out or something?
Yes. No, he didn't tap out because Michael Bisping's a warrior. What happened was...
Did he pass out?
He passed out.
Okay.
So it was a rear naked choke to pass out. Now...
Right. That's right.
Now, I can choke you right now to where you fall asleep. And you'll wake up in just a couple seconds after I let go. And you'll be just fine. You'll have 0 brain injuries. It will not hurt you at all. Right? You'll be 100% fine. People get choked unconscious every single day. Okay. And there's nothing bad happens to your brain. All it is like, this light is on. If I hit the switch and I turn it off and then I turn it back on, that light will work just the same. It'll be just
right.
fine.
Okay.
So, Michael Bisping got choked unconscious. Not that big a video. But he definitely got hit in the head. And he definitely got rocked, which damaged his brain. And then, 3 weeks. It wasn't even a whole month. 3 weeks. He says, hey, sorry, main event got busted. Anderson motherfucking Silva got busted with steroids. He can't do it. So this China card needs a main event. Michael Bisping says, "You bet your sweet ass I'll do it."
Oh my God!
3 weeks after he gets rocked and choked unconscious. And you know what? You know what the UFC says? They say, "Okay."
That's irresponsible.
Because it's in China and they don't have a commission that will not sanction the fight. So they can do it. So...
That's fucking crazy.
It's not okay. And you saw that knockout.
Yeah.
So
that was violent.
So not only does he get rocked, but just 3 weeks, not even a month later, he gets knocked out.
Oh my
cold.
God. That's crazy. There's no way. Like, who's his wife or his agent or his friends? Like, they didn't tell him, no, don't fight 3 weeks later.
I hear that his friends advised him not to.
Fuck that. Advise him not to.
But that's the thing.
I wouldn't let him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why the UFC did let him.
That is so fucked up on the UFC's part.
It really is. And guess what? It was... and so I was listening to someone else talk about it. It's on a Fight Pass, and it was in China. So it was at 2 in the morning in America on Fight Pass. They only have 1,200,000 subscribers on Fight Pass. So just recently, ex-world champion Michael Bisping, one of the longest veterans in the UFC, close to retirement, gets rocked hard by GSP, choked unconscious, and then 3 weeks later gets knocked out real bad when probably no one watched. Probably no one watched it live.
That's so crazy. There's no way was the money that good for him to come back 3 weeks later?
No! There's no way it was. No way it was. Because there's no way he was getting paid nearly as much as he was because he's not the champion anymore. And it's on Fight Pass. Which, don't get me wrong, Fight Pass is cool, but no one's watching that. No. Especially it was 2 a.m. or something like that because it was in China.
That is so wild.
I don't understand why the UFC let him fight. And it makes me really, really mad. Because I mean, let's be honest, he could be a completely different person after a knockout like that.
Yeah. Motherfucker could be eating through a straw after that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was, it was a bad knockout. And I think he came back way too soon. And, of course, Michael Bisping wanted to fight.
What's the typical time before they fight again?
They shouldn't be able to fight for 3 months.
Shit.
After they get rocked.
3 months.
After they get rocked, knocked out, they shouldn't be able to fight for 3 months. And I don't think commissions would watch that GSP fight and say, Michael Bisping, you're good.
No.
I don't think that would happen.
There's no way.
No way. No way that would happen, but it's in freaking China. So, he makes that flight.
But it's still a UFC fight, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was still UFC sanctioned and shit.
Yeah, UFC said okay. But that's the thing, is here in the U.S., each state has their own commission. Their own sports commission.
Oh, gotcha.
So, they go to China.
What has Dana White said about it? Isn't he like the head dude at UFC?
Yeah, he's the president. He wants them to fight.
He was cool with Bisping just going back out after 3 weeks?
Yeah, he was fine because they didn't have a main event. And they need someone to fight. So, hey, Michael Bisping, you want to fight? Here we go. Fight Calvin Gastelum, who's a monster. And he is much shorter. It's not really the division he should be in. I think he should be in a division lower. But still, an absolute monster. God. I think, and he did not fight ex-champion Michael Bisping. Because he just fought 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you fought
concussed ex-champion Michael Bisping.
25% of Michael Bisping.
Which is also bad for Kelvin.
Yeah, it doesn't... He dominated him from what I saw, but...
Yeah, he dominated him, but the thing is, what are we saying right now?
We don't know how good he was, how healthy he was.
Yeah.
It was Alabama. We don't know. We don't know him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm so mad at that because... So, I'm going to say, I think he's just going to fight one more time.
In his career?
Yes. I think he's going to fight one more time, and it's going to be in England somewhere. Probably his hometown. And then he's going to retire. But Michael Bisping, if you do stuff like that, you could seriously ruin your entire life.
Yeah, because he's in his 30s, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude isn't even halfway through his life.
Yep.
And he's gonna fucking ruin it.
He could ruin the rest of his life, and UFC's okay.
That's crazy that there's not better safety. Because that's what the NFL got in trouble for. Mm-hmm. And recent, I don't know how recent, but the concussion protocol that they've established. Because they would...
Where they don't hit in practice as much anymore, do they?
I don't know. But, they in a game, they take a big hit. And, they're like, do you know where you're at? What's your name? And they're like, okay, good. Go back and keep playing. And then they get hit again and again and again. And so, finally, you see all this CTE bullshit happening because of that. And so, now there's different rules. And that's in a sport that you're not just punching each other in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Why could he fight 3 weeks after? Why does Dana White say go fight? Why doesn't he say sit the fuck down?
Yeah. I blame them.
Not only you just fought, it's not like it was a McGregor versus Aldo fight.
Yeah.
It was he got thoroughly kicked in the ass by GSP.
He got hit, he got rocked. I thought he was going to get knocked out at one point in time, and then GSP took his back and choked him out. And like I said, choking out is not that big of a deal, but he almost got knocked out.
Yeah. I was it would be different, right, if it was Conor McGregor, specifically that fight, where he took 1 or 2 shots, but then knocked him out in the first round. I still
don't think 3 months. He shouldn't fight within 3 months. Yeah. Because any kind of head trauma, where you get knocked out cold like that, Your brain, it takes
Yeah.
time.
That's just crazy. I can't believe they allowed that. I can't believe his family and friends allowed it.
I don't know why his family and friends... And I don't really blame Michael Bisping at all. I mean, he's stupid for doing that, but he's a fighter.
I mean, he's a grown man and makes his own decisions, but...
But he's always going to choose to fight. If they say, hey, we want you to fight Robert Whittaker tomorrow, he'll say yes. God. Because he's a fighter.
That's so freaking crazy.
Like his friends, his family, UFC, they need to protect him from his own self.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
No doubt.
And because of that, I'm very mad at him. I'm very mad.
Do you think that fight is going to have any impact on safety guidelines or anything?
Not at all.
No major repercussions from that?
I don't think one thing will change. I don't think one person will get in trouble because it was in China.
Fuck.
Not one thing will happen because of that.
That's a nightmare. How is there not worse PR for this? How did nobody say anything about this?
Like, why isn't it over?
Why does FTW have to break this news story?
I'm sure there's other people that talk.
Come on here and defend yourself, Dana White.
Dana White. Come on here and defend yourself.
Pudding ass looking.
Now he looks more like strawberry ice cream. You remember that? No. Did you ever see that? No. While we're recording, you need to look up Floyd Connor strawberry ice cream. Or something like that, and Google Images. Floyd Connor, Dana, ice cream.
Oh, look at his fucking tongue, man. Oh my god. All right. Let's end this on a lighter note. Bisping, you say there's one more fight. I'm gonna predict who I think he's gonna fight. You predict first. Who's he gonna fight?
Oh shoot. Whoever kicked his eye out.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was.
I'm going to go with the coked up corpse of John Bones Jones.
Oh!
I think that's...
In China.
In Brazil.
Oh!
Fuck Brazil. Who was that? Who said?
Colby Covington.
All right.
He doubled down, too.
Fucking, yeah, he did.
All right. Come on here and defend yourself.
Come on, Colby Covington.